Our next story is also about a place where you can hear some of the classic hits, not rock music, but choral music. Last year, the word went out that a new musical group was being formed. The singers showed up, and so did Ruth Ezell.
Steve Montgomery, I'd like to sing You Are Love from Showboat.
Stephen Montgomery is on the hot seat as he auditions for a spot in the Sheldon Chorale.
Once a wandering ne'er-do-well, just a roving vagrant fellow, I went. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, an audition, singing in public, singing a solo, I always get nervous.
Montgomery is a tenor who gave his first public performance in the 6th grade as a member of his school's glee club. Since then, he's performed in a number of professional choruses at venues as venerable as New York's Avery Fisher Hall. Montgomery finds the idea of becoming part of a brand new 25-member ensemble pretty appealing.
It's more of a chamber music type environment where you really feel like you're contributing. You get in a giant chorus of 80 or 100 or something, and you don't feel quite so much like you're really making a difference. It's high-level music making.
Montgomery auditioned for Alan Larson, the Sheldon Chorale's director and founder. Larson is best known as music director of the Webster University Symphony Orchestra, but he's conducted singers for as many years as he has strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion. Larson says he got the idea for the chorale in the summer of 2007 when he volunteered to help a group of singers organize a benefit concert at the Sheldon.
And so I began to think about it, and at the same time I resigned my position as the director of choir music at First Unitarian Church. I was there for 9 years, and so I love the music so much. I love choral literature and singing. I don't want to give that up. It's too early in my life, so I want to at least give it another shot to try to find a good group of singers, people who are dedicated to good choral music, refined singing, and who are willing to work with somebody like me who have their ideas of how it should sound. Take this piece of music and sing that melody for us, sight read it. I'll have the pianist give you your first note, or first 2 notes.
Okay.
Any good director always looks for musicianship, and what does that mean? You know, for a violinist it's one thing, but for a singer it's another. Mainly good musical qualities like in-tune singing, a voice that is flexible. All the auditions I give, I ask the singers to change the way they've sung something. Not so much that it's better to do it that way or another way, but can they be flexible? Can they change? Because a director is going to ask for different kinds of things on different pieces.
We stopped in at the Community Music School in Webster Groves for one of several rehearsals between the autumn 2007 auditions and the chorale's debut concert in December.
I start every rehearsal with humming. Same thing now in chromatic. And we just go up and down 3 or 4 notes, sometimes major, sometimes minor, sometimes chromatic. Turn now to O Come Emmanuel, page 2. I rehearse different parts of the music, and I don't demand all of it at once.
Do you enjoy the process of preparing a piece for concert as much as the concert itself?
Absolutely, yeah. I think the preparation process is just lovely, because you take, well, I guess like anything one makes and creates, you take the raw materials and then get it to the final point. I'm sure an artist has the same thing with pigments and color, or an architect with building materials. You can, a play director, you take raw talent and you read the words and there's nothing happening yet. But once you understand what the meaning of that play is, and then the actors and the director all work for that meaning, and then once it happens, it's lovely. So the process is just as much fun as the concert.
The following brief story is about a lonely tree.
KETC producer Patrick Murphy served as narrator of the Sheldon Chorale's first public performance entitled Yuletide Reflections. The concert took the audience on a musical journey through time and across cultures in celebration of the season. This carol, Ding Dong Merrily on High, is said to have originated as a secular tune first published in France in the 16th century. The English lyrics were composed 400 years later. The text of the carol, What Child Is This?, was written to the tune of the famous English folk song Greensleeves. This presentation included a solo by Steve Montgomery.
Who is the stranger here in our midst, looking for shelter among us? Who is the outcast? Who do we see amid the poor, the children of God?
It's nice just to, I would imagine, just to be over that hurdle of the first concert.
Absolutely. It's interesting how the chorus came together over the last, over the last week and a half or so.
I was really proud of the way they phrased and the energy and the quality of the music making. And the instrumentalists, I thought, did a lovely job too.
The Sheldon Chorale plans to give 3 performances every year at the concert hall.
Sing, rejoice, all together.